Today we're looking at the Citadel wood, and it is one of GW's, I think, best terrain models, even though it's a little older. And at about $25, it is very affordable. It can be a little intimidating because of its size, but we're going to go step by step. The absolute first tool you want to grab is a nice pair of clippers. These will make your life a whole lot easier, and you don't want to use a knife on the sprue because you have a good chance of cutting yourself, and we don't want that. Once everything is out of the sprue, feel free to then grab that knife, clean up all the mold lines, all the extra sprue connections, what have you, until you are satisfied with it. After that, grab yourself a sanding stick. You can get these at Hobby Lobby. They're a few dollars for a pack of them, and they are for the finer details, and we're going to use them again, so hang on to those. Don't throw them away. These parts don't fit very well. In fact, they really suck compared to today's standards. You can usually get a Space Marine to fit with hardly any mold lines at all, but these have gaps wider than the Grand Canyon, so we need to fix those, but we'll do that in a little bit. The branches on these things are totally weak, and we need to fix that. Otherwise, you're really going to have a hard time keeping these leaves on the branches, at least in one piece. So we're going to hollow it out with a very small, get the smallest bit you have on your pin vise, hollow out the branch. Then we're going to stick a big braided guitar wire down there. I can play the radio, that's about it. So, yeah. And so we're going to stick a big braided guitar wire down there with some super glue, cut the end off. And what we're doing here is effectively transferring the weak point of the branch down further where it's at least a little bit thicker, and hopefully they don't snap off as easily. Tight spots on the bases are going to rub off your paint, so what we want to do is scuff the edge and then refit it into the base. After that, look for some shiny spots. That's where you're going to remove material from the tree trunk itself and then refit it. As soon as it can fit all three spaces pretty well without rubbing, then you're done. If it has a little bit of a bounce to it, that's okay. It's it's an older model. What can you do? The gaps in here are huge, so the first thing you want to do is get yourself some milliput or green stuff. I like green stuff, but milliput is good too. I have some of that, and it's even sandable. So if you want to go back and touch it up with some sanding sticks later on, I would definitely go with that. There is so much visually going on, it's easy to hide any mistakes you might have or just, learning. So if you've never done sculpting, what I would encourage is just getting a set of sculpting tools. These I think are number 4s. They're a little big, but you can get different sizes as well. And just practice learning how the stuff goes on, how it kind of moves, how much pressure you need. And I'm pretty much just smearing it around and looking for lines that I can connect. And that's about all I'm going to do to this model. Now the leaves. Now these have so much going on. The mold line going around the edge, you're not going to see it. Just take care of those sprue connections, call it good, and that is it. Last thing we're going to do for this video is get yourself some barbecue skewers, cut the tips off, and just a little bit of hot glue, stick them into the leaves where the branches might go, and that is going to really make your job a lot easier. When it does come time to paint, you can just grab that skewer, and when we are done, that glue is going to come out of there very easily. Even if it doesn't come out with the skewer, a small drill bit pulls it right out. Done. Easy as can be. That's it for this video, but in part 2 we're going to get it painted up using mostly an airbrush. So hope you stick around, and we will see you next time, and thank you for watching.